You're watching PEGRI TV, Rhode Island's public access channel.
Everybody, welcome to the Single Ladies Cafe. I am Miss SC, and today we're going to be talking about flirting. I know a lot of you do it. I do it too sometimes. But we're going to find out today if it's right or if it's wrong or if it's cool. Is it a compliment? Is it disrespectful? I don't know. We're going to try to work through it, figure it out. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Right now, you already know we're talking about flirting.
Yes.
Do you flirt, Fox?
Absolutely.
Do you flirt, Miss Kiki?
Yes.
No more?
I have.
I toned it down a little bit. Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
All right now. And of course, I do too. But a part of the thing is, Fox and I were discussing about flirting, and when I said that I do, she was kind of like, really? And I think some of the flirting might be confused with that's just my personality. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if it's flirting or just my personality. So hopefully we're going to find out today what's that all about. She said it better be just my personality. The reason why we're having this topic today is because we had one of our viewers write into us and ask us to deal with this topic. And I'm going to start it off with letting Fox read the request that she asked us, and then we can kind of, as we go along, we'll just dissect what she's saying. And then in our next segment, we'll get into some of the questions that we posted on Facebook and some of the responses that we got back, okay?
Yep.
All right, could you just read this, what her issue was?
All right. So she wrote in and she said, is it a compliment or a disrespect when someone else is checking out your significant other? Obviously speaking from the most annoying experience, because a lot of women have no class, ouch, mm-hmm. and they can't help but drool over my significant other. And she laughs.
Okay.
I find it rude as hell. Can't stand it, but would help to know that I'm not the only one.
Okay.
So she goes on to say, explaining her story, and we went to the coffee place, and I guess the whole thing about the place is young girls in shorts serving coffee. Obviously, the attention is mainly to catch the eyes of guys. I'm shorter than my significant other, and he was standing behind me, and their eyeballs were all on him, even when they said hi and asked for our order. Every single girl that walked by was staring at him. It was very rude, and I don't know if he was making eye contact with him or not because he was behind me. So the whole day it's been bothering me. I think the eye contact goes both ways, to be honest with you, and that bothers me even more. Some people will argue and say it's natural for guys to look, but I feel like it isn't. How does it justify that for men it's okay for them to check out girls just because they're guys? Either way, I feel disrespected, plus I'm pregnant. There's no part of me that feels pretty or sexy right now. But yes, sorry for venting away. This is definitely a subject that needs to get tended to. I'd love to hear what others have to say. Your thoughts, ladies.
It's a lot in there.
Yeah, there's many different things. Where's my highlighter?
I think... First of all, I want to say to her that I am very sorry that she feels disrespected, and you know, at the same time, we need to kind of dissect what she said and put it in its appropriate place, or make sure she has a understanding of what she, you know, was thinking or feeling or whatever was going on that day. Mm-hmm. Do you guys think that flirting is a compliment, or do you think it's disrespectful?
It can be both. it can be a compliment, especially, I mean, if you're alone, you're not with your significant other, they don't know if you don't have a ring on your finger, they don't know if you're taken or not. So they might be trying to get your attention because maybe they think you're pretty, or maybe the girl thinks the guy's handsome. So that's one thing, but it can be disrespectful when you are out with your significant other and someone's trying to make eye contact, like she said. Like, if they were making eye contact, because it's known that women will try to make eye contact with a guy if she's flirting. She wants you to catch her making the eye contact.
Really?
Yes.
That's all I have to say for that is suck my teeth.
That was a lot right there, because my thing is, if I'm with my man and you trying to flirt with him while I'm with him and you want me to catch you, that's not smart.
No, she
wants
wants
the guy to catch her making contact.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, okay.
A woman will try to get the guy to catch her getting the eye contact.
Okay.
That's a form of flirting, so that's disrespectful, especially if his woman's around. Yes.
Okay. Let me hear Fox's version of, is it a compliment? Why are you looking at me with the side eye? Why you giving me the side eye?
because I actually have experience. I've had an experience, but I think that it could be a compliment, and I think it could be both a compliment and
is it a compliment in the terms of to you, or a compliment to him?
I think it could be a compliment to both me and the person that I'm dating, because you know, if someone is going out of their way to flirt with your significant other, you'd be like, oh, okay, my boo got it. Like, you know, that's a little, you know, all right, I got something good. I got something that's easy on the eye. But you know, when they blatantly disrespect you, like how I'm about to tell you, it's not cute. Because, and I'll run my little scenario down real quick. So I went out to the club. Actually, my man was already out there. He was with his friends and stuff like that, and he called me. He's like, hey, I'm out here. Why don't you come hang out, this, that, whatever. So I said, fine. So I actually had to drive out of state. They were out of state. I had to drive out of state to meet them. So I got dressed, drove up there. They had a hotel room. So I went, and everybody's all hanging out and partying and cool in the hotel room, this, that, whatever. Of course, there's a whole bunch of girls there. Most of them ain't got no man. Hanging around with all the guys. Everybody's good looking, not hating. Everybody was looking good. So we leave the hotel room to go down to the club, and I'm chilling with my man, and everything's cool, kosher. I walk away to go to the bar. Don't you know that one of them heathens rolled up on my man talking about, my friend is prettier than your girl, and I think y'all will be cute together.
Oh, no. Now, see, that's disrespect.
Who does that? So, of course, because he knows he better had told me, and not had told me when we were out of the club. I needed to know when we were in there. And he told me, he's like, I just want to let you know, but I'm just saying, don't make a scene in here. So I said, what happened? So he said, when you walked up to the bar, the one over there with the dark hair, big breasts, blah, 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 whatever, she, you know, came over and was flirting with me and was telling me that she wanted to hook me up with her friend. So, of course, naturally, I looked around, and then he was like, babe, for real, for real, sit down. So I let it go. I didn't make a scene or whatever the case may be, but I did not leave my man by himself anymore. Obviously, I couldn't, because people are trifling. Yeah. So, of course, you know, when she was leaving, or we were leaving, she had the nerve to really go out of her way to say goodbye to me.
To you?
To me, yelling through the club. And I just looked at her, and then I kept walking. I was like, she can't be serious right now.
See, yeah, that's disrespect.
So at the same time, I was like, okay, you know,
that's not even
my
flirting.
Man is fly enough to be able to say, all right, let me hook you up with my girl. But then for you to wait till I walk away to try to say, like, I was like, all right, I get it. You're not hot enough for my man. That's cool. Whatever. Whatever. It's cool. You want to hook up your friend or whatever. But, you know, it was the thing because, you know, he doesn't date the same race that he is. So, and I guess she had a black friend that was prettier than me. I don't know. So.
She says.
Okay. That's her story. But he's still rolling with me, so.
Exactly.
You know, now to me, I feel that that's totally disrespectful.
She deserves a beat down.
And, oh, yeah. And, oh, yeah. Oh yeah, she did. I was going to ask you
I was actually surprised that he told me while we were in there.
because he knows.
I was surprised that he told me, but he couldn't win. It was either you tell me now and I act up, or you don't tell me, you wait till later and I act up.
On you.
Yeah,
Either way.
Because then if he waited, it looked like he was trying to hide something.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, I see in a case like that, I think that total rudeness, total disrespect for another woman's man, total stepped over the sisterhood.
Right.
So
She
out of
broke every
boundaries,
single code.
every code there is, she broke.
Exactly.
And that's not cool. I think that when you know that someone is in a committed relationship or with someone, even if you don't know if they're in a committed, if I'm with someone, don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that. Like,
A lot of women, I would say especially, they don't know the difference between flirtiness and sluttiness.
oh,
And,
okay.
and there's that line, and they
Yeah.
overstep it
Yeah,
a lot.
and I feel that was slutty.
Yeah.
It was very.
That was very, I mean,
It was trifling.
it was very,
straight up
I mean, it
trifling.
goes right to the core of the epitome of, like,
And
just,
they smile in your face.
yes,
Like they didn't do anything.
trifling.
And then you are buddy with all these chicks.
Right.
That's why I don't leave nobody in the house.
Yeah, because they're crazy.
Because you don't know. You don't know
Exactly.
people's
Right.
intentions.
And then the thing about that one is, too, is like the whole smiling in your face thing. But if your man had an interest in them, all that would have went down behind your back, and you wouldn't have known what was going on if he didn't say anything to you. Trifling ladies,
Yes, it
get it
is.
together.
Yes, it is.
Get it together. You wouldn't want me to do that with you. Don't do that to me.
Exactly. Because
So-
it's like, you know.
Because
not for
easily
nothing.
I could go to your
Exactly.
man and say, I got somebody that's
Exactly.
prettier than you.
When I walked in the room, your man was turning his head too, so don't get it twisted.
For real.
So.
I took you, I beat you. I beat you
She's still
to
my
it.
line over here, you guys. That for real belongs to me.
I'm sorry. I owe you one. Yeah, so I think with in her situation, the girls are at work.
Yes.
They're at work, they're in shorts, that's their uniform. So do you guys agree that the whole purpose of them having on the short shorts is to focus on the men and not the women?
I think that's just it's everybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think it's.
It doesn't- I don't think
specifically
it's
for
just
the
the
men.
men.
Like I can't even. That would tell where the place was if I said.
Okay.
I can't give.
I just think it's eye catching. Sex sells everything. I
Right.
don't care if you're going for a car.
Right.
No matter what you're going for, sex sells.
So they're selling, but
it's
then
hot.
that
You don't
tells
wanna be
me
around
that that's
coffee
for
all
the
the
men
time.
though.
It's hot. You want to be in some shorts. You want to be free.
Okay.
It was hot outside.
Okay. All
But wait a
right.
minute, they're in the air conditioning no matter what. So it
And they
doesn't
was.
matter.
Okay, my
It's hot
thing
off the coffee.
but my thing is, if I saw my mailman delivering, or the mail lady delivering the mail in hot pants, I'd have a problem with that. Hot or not. Like, put some clothes on. Like, at least put them to your knees or something. Why you gotta come in with...
The mail carriers aren't selling anything. They're just giving you your bills.
Right.
True. But that's my point. It don't matter. Just put some clothes on.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think.
And we can't even say that they didn't even have the tank tops on with the big boobs.
Well, that's
You know.
Hooters. That's Hooters. That's Hooters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not the
That's
coffee
not
shop.
Hooters, just
No,
in
that's
case
not the
y'all
coffee
thought.
shop.
Okay. All right. So my question was, I just wanted to make sure and clear the air that it was not a problem with the young women having on the hot pants, and they're not just wearing them because they're trying to attract men.
I
For
wear mine,
that,
so
why
I
don't-
don't think something like that would bother me. I mean, I wear mine.
Yeah, but I think in her case, what it is that she blatantly stated that she's not feeling pretty,
Right.
she's not feeling sexy. So the fact that she's pregnant, she can't wear her little hot pants anymore right now. So she's
So I gotta take mine off?
No, I'm not saying you should, but she's just feeling some way. She's feeling some type of insecurity.
I think that is more than the hot pants at the
It's her
at
own
the coffee
insecure.
shop. I don't think it's just this one time. I just think this time bothered
got
her
caught.
all day.
She got caught.
But I think it's more times that she's had to deal with women blatantly flirting with her man in front of her. I just think that.
Well,
coffee shop
join the
caught wrath of
crowd.
it.
I mean, we all have to deal with women looking at our men or checking out our men or whatever the case may be because
Normally, I would just say, I will slap the hell That's what I do. She keep looking over here, I'm gonna slap the hell out of her.
Well-
and then he try to be slick and not look because he know I'm
Like a little
exactly. Yeah. So and then I'll
We
play with him
gonna-
sometimes, and I'll say she's kind of cute, huh?
Just to see what he's gonna say.
Yeah, we're gonna end this like right here, and we're gonna pick it up when we come back into our next segment. You ain't no good. I mean, you just ain't
I
no
sure
good.
do. I say she's kind of cute. What you think, baby? He be like, I didn't see her.
We'll be right back on that note. Yeah, okay. We'll be back. Okay, we back. Oh my goodness. We're gonna pick up where we left off at with the young lady that was upset with the women or thought they were rude because they were serving coffee in shorts. So,
And she's not sure if they were flirting with her man or not.
Well,
He was flirting back.
right, that's where we're going to go now, because in her statement she said she wasn't sure if, because she's shorter than him, and I guess she was in line in front of him, she wasn't sure that he was flirting back with the persons that
Turn
were
around and look.
right. That's what I would have done.
Because I would
Yes,
be like,
exactly.
You want me to
But-
pop your eyes outside your head?
Isn't that normally our instinct though? Like, I think it's usually our instinct when we're with a man and we see, because what men don't always pick up is that we see
Everything.
everything.
Like way before.
Way before anything goes down between you and the woman, we've already, when we walk into a place, we already peeped out who is who, what their body position is, what their body language is. We already scoped out the whole place.
Yes, we have.
We already scoped it out. So if I go to the counter and you like looking through me, looking at my man that's standing behind me, we got a problem.
Yes. I agree.
We have a
I
problem.
agree.
Because why is your gaze all focused on my man instead of I'm trying to give you my order. And I'm really trying to be nice today.
Like, if you're going to flirt, then make sure when you ring us up, I don't have to owe you no money. Like, make sure it's free.
Something.
Like, if you're going to flirt,
something out of it.
make sure it's free. Like, don't flirt
But
with nothing.
I don't understand why they feel like, all right, let's get to what is the purpose of flirting? What would be her purpose of
Well,
blatantly disrespecting another woman?
See,
what is it? What is it? Like, I'm standing right
wondering,
here.
Like, does he go in there by himself without her?
And
she
then finally
walked
he
in
brought her in,
with
and then
that day?
it's
Like, you
a
don't know.
Yeah.
My argument with that would be, I would almost tend to say, no, I don't know, but I would almost say if it was one person she said, then I would say, well, maybe, yeah, but
No, but she's feeling insecure. I
Yeah,
don't know.
she definitely
Yeah,
is
she-
feeling
I think she's
insecure.
just concerned about every woman
Right,
looking at
Because
that's
right
my
now-
point.
right now she doesn't feel
it's
like
not
herself.
just one person that she's focusing on. If he was there and that one person was flirting or they flirt, then I can understand. But she talking about everybody that walk in. If I walked in, she gonna
She
say
gonna
it was
say that
me.
you did it too. Exactly. She's just feeling insecure about the way that she looks right now. Her hormones are going crazy because she's pregnant. You know, I mean, we can't say, she doesn't even know if he was
Which is
having
another
eye
thing. I
contact
think before you
back,
accuse someone of doing something,
have all the facts.
right, check it.
Most of the time, guys are like just so oblivious to the whole thing.
Right, they're
Exactly.
not. Right,
I
they're
mean,
not.
unless they're a flirt back, like if they're a flirty person,
Yeah.
then
And
you know,
unless he gave her, like you said, prior, reasons to
because some
fit
do
to,
it just to blow up spots. Oh, you want to walk in here with your girl today? Okay,
You're
see how
right.
this
Oh,
goes.
well,
You're right.
absolutely.
You're right. You're right. So,
Absolutely.
but we don't know, and neither does she. You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
right.
so by her letter, it sounds like she's a little bit more insecure than anything else that was going on.
I
Because
agree.
She doesn't know.
I agree because, when you say, and again, like when I was saying about how when we go in a place and we scope things out, and if one woman look kind of funny, we automatically look at our man and we check out if he's giving the vibe back that woman is giving back. So when she didn't say she did that, I kind of feel, well, then you really have no right to even add that part to the note because you don't know. And that, to me, is another stick on your side of insecurity because he's not here to defend himself. So, I mean, so that part right there, just take it out. And another thing is, I get it that some of y'all are saying it's a compliment if another woman flirts with my man. don't get so confident that your man is the bomb that everybody in the room is watching your man. What? You know, and when people talk like that to me, I'm like, no. Not everybody's looking at your
If
man.
you know what I got to put up with outside of you, outside of you just looking at him.
Right.
Like
well, that's what
I don't
most
want
women
your
do.
headache.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't
Most
want
women,
your headache.
Right. Yeah.
So why do I want him? If he's flirting with me while he's walking into a room
But
with
the
you,
problem with that is, Miss Kiki, is that you're in a committed relationship, so you know him, and you're right. If you knew what I was going through, but a lot of women don't know. They don't care. They just, oh, he looks good, and I want him,
Right.
and they start that whole
Shallow.
Yeah, they start that whole process of going after your man. So I
And
think.
then when I tell you take him, you won't take him.
Well, no, they don't want nothing
When I
that you
say
don't
take
want. They're not going to want anything that you don't want. They want what you have. You know that.
well, that doesn't. Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't
make
apply
any
now,
sense.
but some of them, when I said, come get him, like, why are you playing on my phone? Come get him.
Crazy, just crazy. People are crazy. What about that part where she says that some people will argue that it's natural for a man to kind of flirt or whatever, or, you know, what about that? What do y'all feel about that?
It's natural. It's just a natural human nature for people to flirt.
She said men.
Well,
she said
see, that's where
it's
I say
natural for guys.
See, that's where I think she's wrong, because it's not just guys who flirt.
But I don't think all people are like that.
I don't know. Not all people. We don't all tend to just blatantly just flirt all the time. That's not what I'm saying. But it is a human nature for everyone to flirt at some point in time.
Oh, at some point in time,
usually that's how we catch our husband.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And we stay married. But it is a human nature. So where she gets it, that it's just a thing that men do.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, I think her question too is, to add to it, is it natural for men to look at other women especially when they're with you, like?
So I'm supposed to just walk through.
Yeah, but you all know that there are some heathen men that will look at another woman and look her up and down.
Yeah.
Some of them turn around. I see people sometimes driving in the car, and they're like looking in the car.
They're breaking their neck.
If he's breaking his neck.
Exactly. If he's breaking his neck, that's one thing. But we are going to look. It doesn't matter. If someone walks by me, I tend to look. You're walking by me.
But that's a different type of look, because I can do the same
but that's
look.
because they have no respect for the person that they're in a relationship
Exactly.
with.
So if they're breaking their neck to do it, then
Because,
yes, but I have seen women do it too.
That's who I'm talking about mostly.
Yeah, I seen women do it too. So I don't know where she's just saying it's
So
just
do you
men.
think that, so where, I guess, going back to her original question, where do you find it a compliment at? Because personally, I'm still struggling to find out where. I'm not comfortable with people saying, and I hear it all the time, if they're checking out my man, it's a compliment. How is that a compliment?
Because I think
they're attractive.
Yeah, because you feel
there's
you feel
something
like
attractive about the person that you're with that
But
caught
you know
somebody
that.
else's eye.
But you know that
We
because
know that,
you're
but-
dating that
But
person.
that's just as if to say
somebody
that's
don't look at my man, I'm like, oof.
That even if we're
No, if somebody look at your man, you know it's oof. Anyway.
Well, even as women when we're married, even just to hear a compliment, even though we've been married 50 years, even just to hear your husband compliment you, it's just something you still want to know. I still got it, even though it's coming from your husband.
Right.
But some
it should
people
be an everyday thing. You know, babe, I was here and this chick was checking me out.
It shouldn't be.
Like,
Because there are some men that do that.
Yes,
They'll come home
there are.
all the time.
Yes.
I don't know, they want the ego stroked, or they're just lacking self-confidence.
When it comes to, like it says, when it comes to ego
well, it's usually because they don't get
addictive,
the compliments at home.
ego addictive, that just means they have low self-esteem. They need that.
Yeah, they need
You're
the
feeding their ego.
So they need a woman that's constantly, babe, you so fine, babe, your body is banging, but babe, you're
I had an idiot like that.
And that's
I
called
had an
ego
idiot like that.
addictive.
I had an
It's
idiot
ego
like that, and he
addictive.
was the
No.
worst thing walking.
Yes.
Of course he would be.
The worst
He
thing.
would be. I mean, if
Worst
you have to
thing.
stroke his ego all day long,
I'm
every
not a
day.
compliment kind of person. That's just not me.
Well,
Like,
see.
I'll give it when it's due.
When it's due.
But I'm not gonna sit there and gaze into your face all the time. Every time I see you, I'm not the I love you every other second person. That's just not how I am.
Well,
so I need somebody to be like that with me. And then when it's said, it's felt.
But
and
what
it's meant. I don't
happens
like
to
forced
me,
stuff. I don't like that.
Right, and what bothers me is that when a couple is being intimate, don't you bring that into the intimacy?
Right.
Like you
It
let
should
them
be.
know they look good or
Yes.
they doing it?
Yes.
Why do I have to tell you at the sink while I'm cutting the lettuce? I might cut my finger. Trying to compliment and stroke your ego. Why?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Now we got to sit in the hospital like, baby, I still look good. Exactly. Like,
No, you still look good, baby. My finger is hurting, but you still look good.
No.
So I don't know. I just still am
I
not.
mean, he used to wear makeup more than me.
That's crazy.
well, see that, yeah.
That's
That's a whole
crazy.
nother story,
That's
girl.
crazy.
It is.
That's
I told
really
you about how the
crazy.
time I found the foundation, I threw it
Yeah,
out. 'cause
yeah,
I thought
that's
it was
a-
the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that's a whole other
And he was
story.
like,
It really is.
he was like, why is my pores strip and my foundation in the garbage? I was like, because I told you to get rid of all her stuff before I got in here. He was like, it's mine. I was like, okay.
See there? I got some issues with that, but okay. All right.
Well, we're not together no more, so
Oh,
it's somebody else's issue.
Oh. And thought he was the best thing going. Okay, if you think so. And I know one thing, I wasn't stroking no ego. I was like,
She was terrible.
yeah, I was. I was
Yeah, but you
really
shouldn't have
bad.
to stroke anyone's ego.
Yeah, I
That's
think
their own insecurity. When you have to do that with someone, they're very insecure about themselves. They have low self-esteem. They need your approval on everything, and
Get over yourself.
Yeah,
like go read a
seriously.
book on confidence and leave me alone. Let me cook.
Yeah.
Like just, let me make the salad. You know, just go read a book while I'm making the salad or something. But I still want to deal with that issue about the compliment because I find personally, I don't know, I'm still in because okay, this is what I do. Maybe let me back it up a little bit. What I do is a lot of times I will go into a store and I'll go, hey, you handsome guy, or blah, 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 blah. And then I leave. So, but I'm not trying to take you for me a woman or.
But see, that's not you flirting. That's your character. Because I tend to call everyone sweetie.
That's what
I don't mean it like I want to be with you. I call everyone sweetie. If someone holds the door, thank you, sweetie. Someone, a girl could cash me out of the register, thank you, sweetie. That's just a term that I use because that's my character. That's your character because I seen you do it. You know what I mean? You're not up there pushing out your chest and that's
You're
not
just
what
not
you
there
do.
when I do that. I'm only kidding.
Okay, listen, if y'all see her do that, please call
I
me.
was so, whoa, you about to get, like, seriously.
Start rolling the tape real quick.
I'm about to say, stop rolling right now. It's about to go down.
Seriously. This is Halloween. She about to get real ugly.
All right now. No, I don't. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that was my question at the beginning of the show because Fox was like, "That's just your personality,
Yes.
Ma. You don't really flirt, blah 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 blah." But I still do sometimes, just not, in the grocery store or wherever.
You don't, because we had to help you when somebody was flirting with you.
She didn't even know that they were
Yeah,
flirting.
you didn't even know he was flirting with you.
Okay. What happened? What happened was. What happened was. Never mind.
Yeah, please, we're not going to go back there. She doesn't know when someone's flirting.
Yes, I do.
No, she
Yes. But anyway, so in this particular case for this young lady, we will all agree that it probably, let's add it. She was expecting a baby. We all, as women who have had children, you know that whole process, and the hormones are like out of control. The hormones are just crying, especially when you're near the end or whatever the case may be. And to help her out, I'll tell her how bad I was. Do you remember, and I'm telling my age too, do you remember when Solid Gold used to come on?
Yes, I do.
When I was expecting, I was like, you can't watch Solid Gold.
Wow.
He was like, why can't I watch? Because we both used to watch it before that together. No. He was like, why not? I'm like, they naked. And they shaking and doing all, you can't watch. So for the whole 9 months, why Brother Man just could not watch Solid Gold. Now, in my presence, you bet not.
Wow.
That bad.
I was bad too because you couldn't, when I was expecting, Ciara had just came out with goodies. I was like,
Well, you guys were terrible. I wasn't like that. My whole thing, I'll be watching like, oh, I can't wait to drop this load.
Now I was shopping.
I
would say I can't wait to get back in this. But if it came to someone jumping and dropping it like it's hot,
no.
Wow.
On TV or not.
No.
Maybe in his
not coming
presence,
on.
yes, but not on TV. I wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
Turn
no, it was
off
bad. But that,
goodies.
again, has to do with my own self-esteem and insecurity issues, so I know better now. But I don't know, I might yank a brother if he watching somebody that I don't want him to watch. So,
Yeah, well, you got him with the stuff that's on TV.
oh yeah, I mean, really bad today, but
seriously.
for real.
Yeah.
But I think when we come back, we're gonna address some questions. Like I think we have posed the question of, is it expected if you're in the entertainment industry for you to flirt with other women? No, I'm just gonna tell y'all right off the bat. Nope. And with that being said, we're gonna be right back.
Jesus, take the
better
wheel.
not.
Jesus, take
I'm
the
gonna sit.
wheel.
I'm gonna be right in that wherever he entertaining. I'm be right there.
And she gonna have us with her.
Yeah, for real.
Come on, lady.
Okay. No, for real. We'll be right back. It's getting hot and heavy in the cafe today. Talking about flirting and different women flirting with our men. When is it appropriate and when is it not appropriate? And so far, we are just not feeling the whole flirting thing in front of us. Now, my question is it okay to flirt if we're not there?
There's nothing you can do about it. Like
We
you're not
won't
there.
know. But can I just read what
Yes.
a study
Okay.
says about flirting? A new study from Queens College in New York has found that the best flirts are usually the people who most want approval, also known as insecure types. So if you go around flirting, then you're very insecure about yourself.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
I kind of disagree because I flirt, but I flirt because
But you don't flirt all the time.
I'm an opportunist. So if I'm going to get something out of
Exactly.
it, I'm a flirt.
But we have people that just flirt and throw themselves onto people, and which it doesn't go well because you're an insecure person. Once you get into a relationship, is doomed from the beginning. And these people are normally people who
So
will
they
cheat.
attention thirsty. They're thirsty for attention.
Yes, and these
Just
are
splash some water
people
on them.
that are like this
Cool
are
down.
usually people that will cheat in their relationship
Well,
because they're insecure.
of course.
And no matter what the other person does at home,
Because as
it's
long
still
as they're
gonna
not
be
getting
enough.
that validation from
Exactly.
that
They
other
need
person.
that validation.
Yes.
So if they can find someone else to validate them, they're going to cheat.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's why I kind of feel that flirting is not really a healthy thing outside of your relationship. I just think that anytime that there's any type of flirting, because to me, if you're flirting, the signal is one, I had a definition of flirting, is that if you have an intent to take someone or get someone, I understand if both of you are single and you're trying to, get together, whatever. But if you know that I'm with someone and you're flirting with my man in front of me, that tells me that you have an underlying intent that you think that you're what? That's a question mark for me. I'm trying to figure it out right now. What you think?
Yeah, exactly. Just like
You think my man just gonna leave me to go to you?
Exactly, but just like people who flirt and they know they have someone at home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So your intent, what is your
Right,
intent then?
right.
Because you already have someone. So normally flirting is for you to catch your mate. You know what I
Right,
mean? You
right.
already have a mate at home. So
Right.
why are you flirting now?
Right,
You
and
know
I
what mean?
agree because what
Exactly.
happens is it goes back to that whole thing with that situation with the young lady. We don't know if he's been in there before flirting with the women. So my thing is, if he's a flirter, then that tells me he's not getting something at home. Well, in her defense, she's pregnant right now. So if he the one going to get the coffee all the time and the women are flirting, because my thing is, if he has gone there before with or without her, this has happened before. Because when you tell me everybody is flirting with your man, that tell me he's just the bomb, he's gorgeous and blah, 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 blah. I don't believe all that, but okay.
My whole thing is if you know that like somebody like that, leave her behind in the car. Why are you bringing her inside the coffee shop with you? Leave her in the car.
She
'Cause now
probably
it's
said,
just
I want to go in
Because
today.
now it's just an argument, and like Just leave it
But he
alone.
might not even have been flirting because she doesn't know
probably
if he was.
wasn't.
If he was, she doesn't even know. She just
Right.
knows that they were all
Right. All of a sudden,
but-
everybody's gawking and looking at
happened
me.
before for her to even think about it, for it to even run across her
Not
mind.
necessarily
It's
she's
had
pregnant.
To go through before.
But no, because
No, 'cause I
one
don't just
time,
bring stuff up.
one time this happened to me. One time I was in the supermarket with my man and walked through the supermarket, and all of a sudden this woman and this man, she's with this man, she's walking towards us, they're walking towards us. She blatantly blocked me totally out, and she was staring at him the whole time, and I was like, I'm trying to get her attention. But she's still looking at my man. I mean, didn't even acknowledge I was right there. So I looked at her man to see if he noticed that she was looking at my man. He's going somewhere.
because he's not paying attention. But,
Right.
But the thing is that
No,
she's doing the flirting. But if your man is not.
No, my
doing
man was
that,
not looking at her.
exactly. So
No,
my
he
thing is,
wasn't looking at
if
her.
he's not paying her any mind, then why?
She was-
I mean, I understand you're upset because these women are flirting, but if your man's not paying her any mind, then go on with it.
Well, I thought this is what I got
She
out of
likes his
it.
hair. He had long hair.
But no, this is what I thought. You know, sometimes
He
this
had
is
a nice ponytail. Maybe she liked his ponytail.
and a nice body
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah, the body, and he was. So I mean,
Calm down, Miss SC.
Ooh.
Calm down.
all right. Anyway,
That's when you just give that look like, yeah, I know you look good. You know what I'm saying? You
but
catch eye contact.
But I
like,
just
yeah,
figured, you know, maybe she thought she knew him somewhere before or something
Like you
like
didn't
that.
jump to
I didn't-
conclusions.
Right? No,
but
I
some
didn't.
people jump to conclusions, and that's where it
Well,
goes
that's why I go,
wrong.
you know her?
Exactly.
But I do that.
Ask
You know her?
questions, and that's the problem.
Well,
There's no questions.
I
that's
knew
being
that
asked.
my man wasn't going there, so I didn't care.
But you know, but obviously this one
Not that
doesn't.
one, anyway.
And if she didn't know, then she should have asked questions.
I agree with you there. You should ask, not
Well,
just
I'm
assume.
pretty sure she accused, and I'm pretty sure that. Or
The
maybe she
bottom
probably
line
did
is
ask
this
when she got in the
particular
car,
woman-
and then it turned into an argument.
Of course it did. Well, the thing about this
She asked and
particular
she didn't like
woman,
his
she
response.
is outrageously gorgeous. There is no need for her. There's just no, pregnant or not.
Yeah, but even though we could see it, that she's gorgeous and there's no reason for her to
there's
be like that.
something in-
But there's
right.
something in here with
Right,
her
right.
that makes her
I just
feel
think
like
it's hormones. Well, no, because
No,
even
I think
before
it could
that,
be past relationships
yeah.
and all that
But
stuff
that's
like that.
where it goes. You bring a lot of your past in past relationships into your new ones.
well, let me ask you guys this. Okay. Should we expect our man to flirt with other women if they're in the entertainment industry? I mean, after all, they have to deal with a lot of women.
Get your tip, boo boo. Get your tip.
Exactly. Well, like I said, there's boundaries. As long as, I mean, there's no, yes, she's sitting on your lap and she's kissing all up on you. Because when you're in the entertainment industry, you do have to flirt a little bit because that's your money. You know what I mean? But there are boundaries, and I believe that
It bothered
she
me.
shouldn't overstep
It bothered
hers, and
me.
neither should he.
It bothered me. It bothered me. It did.
I just think that I think you should be cordial. I think that you should be friendly. I just don't see where disrespect is disrespect, whether it's for your job or not. And if you know me, dear future husband, if you know how I am and you're in the entertainment industry, what I'm saying is I will not tolerate it.
So then don't
date
date anyone in the entertainment industry.
Dear future husband, you are going to work in the industry anyway, and you will not be flirting with other women. Okay, so back to that.
Ow. Like, really though.
See the little horns? Just to let him know up front. I just wanted him to know up front. So most of us accept that, and we're supposed to
No,
accept
they
it.
accepted it.
I'm adding
but
that.
expect it.
Yeah.
You should expect that he, not so much a person flirting with him, he's flirting with them. That's my question. Because I know that other women are going to flirt. They're going to flirt with you outside. Never mind inside that type of, I know that. My question is, where are his boundaries with other women in his industry? Because women, let's face it, women are throwing themselves at men all the time.
Well, see, then that's not flirting. Like I said, there's a difference.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, that's not flirting. Flirting is a simple smile.
Right. You shouldn't be
Flirting
throwing yourself at
is
nobody. That's
laughing
not
at his
flirting.
jokes. You know what I mean? That when you
Or if she's over at the bar or he's at the bar and she's like giving him the eye,
and once he starts giving that eye contact back,
or,
it look like he's
or
getting
start
ready
walking
for
on
time.
over there.
Start exchanging numbers and stuff.
Exactly. There should be no exchange of the
cross that.
numbers. You know.
So that's not expected.
No, because that's not.
So
flirting anymore.
how do you guys handle someone that has to have a lot of females around them and may even have their phone numbers in their books? How do you distinguish what's business and what's not?
Conversation. If I meet them, the way they interact with each other, because eventually, yeah, I want to meet them. I feel like if there's nothing going on, then you shouldn't have a problem with bringing me around them. You shouldn't have a problem with talking to them on the phone if I'm in the room. And it's you don't let me feel like you're talking in code, because obviously there's something other than just that platonic friendship going on. And
I don't need to meet anybody.
Well,
Just do your job.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
And
if
come home,
they
and you
are,
don't need to be
if these
doing-
females become, if they're friends,
They
you
shouldn't
know what
be
I
becoming
mean?
friends.
If they, if they're friends, because I can't say that I have all female friends, because I do have male friends. So, and a lot of female do have male friends. You can't expect a man to have all male friends, and you can't expect a woman to have all female friends. So you do have
what
friends,
I'm saying
but
is, if you're in the entertainment industry, you shouldn't be making no friends. You should just be working.
Well,
some
see,
people do.
I
That's what I'm
feel
saying.
like this. If you're at work,
well, if you're
that
at
is-
work,
no, I feel any
you're
job.
networking.
If you any job, if you're at work and you have a female friend at work, personally, I don't have a problem with that, because you're around people, you're doing, you're out to lunch or. My problem with that is when you take it beyond that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's co-workers. I'm not
Right.
talking about co-workers. I'm talking about people that are not co-workers, that are a part of your industry that you're in.
Right.
Those women, you shouldn't be becoming friends at all.
Well,
For
how?
what?
What do you mean? No, we're not talking about groupies
Like,
here.
that's what I'm saying. We don't like fans. You don't need to become a friend with a fan.
Right, the
is
fan,
just
right.
that's gonna be
no,
Right,
friends
but
with me.
just other women, like if I'm a co-worker and, I might have a thing for him though, but I know he's committed to you.
Yeah, and then they do stupid stuff like when they get engaged and they all of a sudden profess their love for him. Like that's just
well, see that's a whole that's.
But they do
Yeah,
it.
people do
So-
it, but that's why flirting. Some instances aren't good, especially if you have a significant other. But in some cases they do. People do have friends. They flirt, But like I said, there's boundaries. There's boundaries in it.
And I just think that most people they're always teetering in
Take
and
me
out
in
of
your
the
job.
boundaries all
take
the time.
me in your job. That's why take me in your
Well,
job.
that's what
Well,
Ms.
see, that's
Kiki
what I
was
said,
saying.
But I don't
If
know.
I
don't
can
need to
go
meet
around-
nobody. Just take me in your
Okay,
job.
but like what I'm saying is, no matter if he's just introducing you to them, but no matter if you're in his job and these are women that he's around all the time, and as long as he can introduce you, and it depends on how he introduces you also, and you can tell a vibe between someone, especially if you
I don't
know,
need to be introduced.
especially
They
if you
just
know
need to
your
know
significant
my-
other.
They just
my
need to
existence.
know who I am and that I do exist.
Because the thing is, if she doesn't know you exist, and then things go on, but once she
But that's not
does,
really her fault. That's his fault. That's your man,
Exactly,
and you
that's
need to
his.
check
That's
your
his
man,
fault. That's not her
the
fault.
woman.
Because if he lets it go on, then that's his fault. You know what I mean? But I feel like this: once I'm introduced, and I'm introduced as his woman, his wife, or whatever, it is. Then
So
that
what
woman needs to
happens to that
respect that.
flirtatious woman? Because we know that they're there.
I think most women go harder when they meet.
When
Yes,
they meet
yes,
you.
some of them do. Yes, they
because
do.
what happens is sometimes eye contact, because they think you're not watching, goes into now that they know who you are, starts this.
Right. They start doing that stuff like that. See, now she didn't know that my man came back and told me.
That's what I mean
But
by
that's what
overstating
women
about
do.
it. Yes,
That's what they
women
do.
do
Women
that.
do
Because that
that.
girl didn't know that my man told me what was going on, and still she broke her neck to come say goodbye to me.
Because she's trifling and she wanted to think
Exactly.
that she was going behind your back and you didn't know what was going on.
But see, that's where the boundaries step in, and that's where it doesn't. It's no more like you're just flirting. It's now you're stepping into the sluttiness part of what you're doing. But a lot
Touching
of
is a
women-
part of flirting, though. Touching is a part of flirting,
Yes,
not just
it is.
the eye contact and the body. Touching is a part of flirting. And I feel that, I don't remember if it was one of my friends, I don't think it was one of my friends, I would remember that. But I think I read or saw somewhere where this one girl, all she did was flirt with her girlfriend's husband, but she didn't do anything. They claim that there's nothing in between them.
Yeah, but
so my thing is, why are you touching them though?
When you come in and you're
sitting on my lap.
No, see, that's those boundaries. You shouldn't. That for one, once you find out he has a significant other or she has a significant other, the flirting should stop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The flirting needs to stop because now you're overstepping your bounds.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's when it needs to stop. There's a lot of things that women do. That the batting of the eyelashes. We don't literally do like this. It's a natural instinct that when we're attracted to someone,
we know when another woman is trying
exactly when a woman is attracted to a male, we automatically know she bats her eye. It's not something that we do. It's just an automatic thing that we our eyes flinch, our nostrils flare. Our women tend to stroke their neck, their collarbone. Men seem to do their tie. You know, there's a lot of body language.
I just think that flirting, if it's not in your own relationship, is not good. Period. Flirting in your own relationship gives you the opportunity to communicate in a different way. Exciting, it's exciting and it's fun. Outside of that, it becomes a headache, it becomes complicated. Don't do it, especially when you know it's my man, Miss SC's man. Don't do it, ladies. Okay, when we come back, we're gonna go into Exposure with the Fox, and she's gonna update us with our latest celebrity news and gossip. We'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're back, Single Ladies Cafe. Thank you for tuning in today. We're talking about flirting, and it's hot in this kitchen today, this cafe today. We hot? Y'all hot? They literally told me they were hot in the break. It's tough. I mean, it really is tough, you know, the whole flirting thing. But we're going to switch gears a little bit and get into Exposure with the Fox. Hi, Fox.
Hey.
What's going on? Hey.
Nothing much. I have some stuff, but, you know, nothing that's going to, I want to get back into the conversation. I'm not trying to stay on this too long.
Oh, okay.
So, but first up in our celebrity news and gossip, we have Brandy.
Okay.
Brandy has made a comeback to the music scene.
Yay.
You guys, you know, she's been promoting her new album, and the first leading single, Put It Down, which I was not really a fan of. But then, you know, we took that drive down 95, and that's all that kept playing on the radio. Yeah. So I kind of got...
It grew on you? I gotcha.
So Put It Down featuring Chris Brown was her first single that she entered back into.
I like that. I did.
It was very cute. So her album came out last week, I believe it was, and it has now debuted at number 3 on the Billboard charts.
Oh, girl, Brandy.
Good for her.
Good for her.
So the album is titled 211.
Okay.
And she now has a new
what
single
out. What does 211 mean?
Girl, why you gonna ask me stuff when you know I didn't even look the information?
Sorry.
I'll update it.
Okay. I was just trying to figure out how long was it before she was out of the game?
It's been a long time. Yeah. It's been years because I think it was 2009 the last time she came out with an album.
She's doing real good.
So, and I know that the album's been pushed. She is looking fly.
She looks good.
She got it. She's doing it. So now she has the new single, Wildest Dream. That's my jam. Now that one I like. So that's her new single that she has. She's doing very good, but I think it was like 65,000, which I guess is good now, but that's low compared to back in the day when you come and you in the top 5, you sold hundreds of thousands.
What's up with that?
First week. So, but I guess
standards are kind of
downloads and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I guess 65,000
not
obviously
bad.
is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, up next, we love our basketball wives. We always talk about them here.
Yes.
So, Basketball Wives LA. Now, this is not actually confirmed. This is just speculation, but speculation is that Shawnee O'Neal, who was the executive producer of the Basketball Wives franchise, is getting rid of most of the cast for Basketball Wives LA.
No way.
Yes.
What happened?
What's happening is she's receiving a lot of tweets from people saying that this season is really boring and just cut the axe on it. They actually went from getting at least 2 million viewers an episode last year, which was their first season. This year they have like just at 1 million per episode.
What happened? Well, you know what I think? This is what I think. You know how? This is what I think. I think we were turned off with Basketball Wives on the last season with Evelyn and what's the other girl name?
Jen and...
Is that the other original one?
That's the original one, Miami.
Oh, okay.
The
Sorry.
Miami one.
Sorry. Okay, Miami.
And Tammy and all that.
All
That's
that.
Miami.
Okay.
But this one is the one with Gloria. Remember when Gloria was originally
I
on
thought
Miami?
that was good last year, and
It was good last year. Last year wasn't the problem.
But what's
It's
wrong
now
now?
the problem.
What's wrong? I like what's going on
I think
now.
it's kind of dry right now. I think everybody's kind of over the Jackie Christie situation because we all knew that that's pretty much what kept us entertained. And
It was
last
the
season,
drama.
it was, and she's crazy.
Yeah, it
and
was
she's
the drama.
delusional. So now she's trying to find her way back into the group of the ladies, and she's still playing that crazy delusional.
But they
mind
keep
game
inviting her back.
because they're trying to give her another shot. And
they
it's-
gave her 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
shots.
So
Enough is
whatever
enough.
it is, everybody's pretty much the storylines just tired. It's
Yeah.
boring. Like I don't even remember really, to be honest with you, what has happened so far this season, and I've been watching it.
It's her. It's mostly
but
because she
get
got
this.
married
But get
again,
this.
right?
She got married. She gets married every year. So the 17th time with the whole with the whole tribute.
I can't even make it to the altar once. Man, people get married
it's the-
17.
But it's the same guy, though. It's the
Oh,
same guy. It's not
okay.
17
That's true.
different guys.
That's
It's the
true.
same guy. So it's a ritual that they have that they do every year. They renew their vows every year. I don't know. It works for them. But, I mean, this one was kind of like off the deep end. She was doing a tribute to the gay community, and she was saying we're doing it because, you know, we can get married, but they can't. That's something they want. That would be a slap in the face to me.
Yeah.
But Jackie Christie, she's messed up in the head. So anyway,
Were the gay people supporting her?
I don't know.
Were they there?
Well, I mean, she paid them. So I mean, somebody was there.
Wow.
So but surprisingly, out of all the people that supposedly got cut, Jackie is one of the people that is going to be staying.
Well, she's a drama queen.
Andrea, who is not even a basketball wife, doesn't even have. I don't know any affiliation to any basketball players.
Well, because
even
those
while
are the
she's on the
two
show.
that are, those are the two that has the drama right
Yeah.
now.
So doesn't Laura. And
What does
actually-
Laura?
Laura's
and
getting cut.
Laura's getting cut, and Laura actually has a man that's a basketball player.
But what's the drama with Laura? Though Laura hasn't really even
She's
been in this
going
season.
with Jackie. She's faking and fronting.
You
with
mean
Jackie.
Laura's sister?
Gloria's sister.
Oh, Laura. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah, that her line is kind of corny. Her role to me.
I think the whole thing is just the whole franchise just needs to go.
Just stop.
Point blank. Period. And the period,
Oh,
as Tamar Braxton
okay.
would say. And lastly, Bobby Brown
Yes.
has been arrested for a DUI.
Oh my goodness.
Again, the second time this year. He was caught in LA.
What is his problem?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he doesn't have a relationship with his daughter, Bobby Christina. Maybe he's not dealing very well with the death of Whitney. I don't know. But he was caught.
But you have a girl,
a
a fiance.
A
Did
wife.
he actually
They got
marry?
married in
married?
Hawaii over the summer.
Ah.
Yeah, they got married. So, yeah. So he's
You know,
He's
I
going
have
to be
to say to Bobby Brown, I have been a supporter of New Edition. I have been a supporter of Bobby Brown, even when he was just doing My Prerogative. No, it's not your prerogative. I want to know. Anyway, I'm getting your stuff. But anyway, I love Bobby Brown, but it just, no matter how much I try to support him, he just does something, and it's like, come on, get it together. How old is you now?
No,
40s,
he's in his
40s
40s,
now.
and what he needs to do is get into Bobby Christina's life, and
Yes.
that's his problem.
Yes.
Well, that's what I
the
was going to roll
problem.
into because we all know that the Houstons debuted their
Yeah,
own reality
oh,
show
yes.
last week on Lifetime, and that girl's a train wreck.
She is
waiting to
she
happen.
really
Oh my
is. They really need to
gosh.
put her in inpatient counseling and leave her there for a while because the family can't do anything with her.
No, they're not going to be able to do it. And I think right now, you got to remember too, she's very young. She's only like 19 years old, and I think she just turned 19. So she was 18 probably when she lost Whitney, her mom. And that's a huge loss to her. So I think the people around her, instead of trying to control her and tell her what to do, because right now she is an adult, look in other avenues to help her, like you said, maybe the treatment or counseling or whatever the case may be. But she's just a wreck waiting to happen.
Yeah, it wasn't cute.
It's
at
sad.
all. And
It's
the boyfriend,
sad.
he got to go.
Please
He
get
gotta
rid of
go.
him.
He gotta
Yeah,
go.
I don't get him. I just think he's sponging off of her.
He is.
Like
He
he's
is.
not there for the right reasons.
No, not
and
at all.
Not at all. And he's just sponging off of her. He needs to go.
Well, that's all I have. If you guys want to check Houston's On Our Own, they're on Lifetime, 9 p.m.
What day?
Wednesdays.
Okay, tonight. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, just keep Bobby Christina
In your
in your prayers because she needs it, and she's young, and I want her to have a fair shot at adulthood and at her life.
Yes,
you know, because you got a lot more stuff to come down, you know, that you're gonna have to deal with. So I wish her much success, and the Houstons, and Bobby Brown too. You know, we're gonna end that part of the segment, Exposure with the Fox. Thank you so much for updating us.
No problem.
And I think, did you have a question?
Well, actually, yes. People, well, pretty much a statement, and I
You
just
got
want
a
to see
short
where
few
you
minutes.
go. Okay.
Okay.
Flirting and networking. People tend to think those are the same things, and I don't.
Flirting and networking?
Yes, like some people think that when they're networking, especially women, they think it's okay to flirt while they're networking, and it's really not, because you're not taken seriously. So even if you get to come into this guy's office and, you know, to get a job, he's not taking you seriously. He's actually having you come in pretty much for a date. And that's pretty much it. So people need to understand the difference between going out and networking than going out and flirting and thinking that's getting you somewhere. And men are not being accountable.
But some of those men, you know, if I got the right shirt on and I got the right...
He's not looking at you for your job. He's only looking at you for what you're getting.
Chrissy
for
and
what you
Jones,
have.
Mr. Jones, real quick, with Jim Jones, and there was a girl that came in, and she was a very beautiful girl. She had a shirt where it was cut, and he said, you might want to...
Yeah, and see, and that's the way it should be, because in high school we were all taught how to dress for an interview, and it's not with cleavage. You know, even red lipstick wasn't even appropriate. But a lot of men can go out there and network and flirt and do the same thing, but they're not held accountable.
But
by
what's bothering me about the Jim Jones thing is if I'm a beautiful woman and I ain't sexy and I have on a sexy shirt that's showing a little cleavage, who are you to tell me I might want to button? No.
Because you're applying for my job.
No.
Get it together.
No.
Because if Chrissy was sitting there and went, and she would have been told to leave
Chrissy
right away.
is insecure herself. So that's her problem and your problem. I'm here for the interview, and if I want to look sexy and beautiful, what you need to do is focus on the interview, not what I'm wearing.
Right. Well, you're wearing something that's being done as a distraction.
That is a distraction.
But
it's a distraction.
Wait a minute. But that's your problem. That's not my problem. That's like all
It's not. What do you mean? But you go to a corporate job and there's dress codes. It's the same thing.
Exactly. So is she?
But you're in the music industry.
Yeah, but is she going to get the job because of her credentials, or is she getting a job because of her assets?
Don't tell me to button up my shirt or fix my stuff. All you got to know is if I'm not the woman for you, just don't call me back.
No. Have it together. Get your life.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's like, to me, that's like, okay, I'm going to throw some of the church people in here too. Why I got to come in long skirt, hooded up, no skin showing, because it's a distraction to you. What?
Nowadays, they're not even going to church like that anymore.
Well, no, but I'm just saying. The whole point of that was so that, because it's a distraction to them. What? That's your problem. That's not my problem. How I come to church and what I look like is, if my skirt is up here a little bit, granted, ladies, granted, it's not appropriate, but it's not appropriate not because it's a distraction to you.
Well, maybe
that's
taught her
thing.
a lesson. Don't go to your next interview like that either, because that's not cute.
Exactly.
Oh, well, guess I can't win that one.
Not going. Not.
I tried. But anyway, ladies, they say get your life.
Get your life.
Exactly.
Okay, well, we got to wrap this up, y'all. We did a lot in this interview. We covered a lot in this segment, this whole show, actually. We just covered a lot on flirting. I hope y'all got something out of it. I hope the audience got something out of it. Miss SC is just going to say don't do it. Like, if you know the person is single and you're single, no problem. But when you know that someone is committed to someone, or someone walks into a place and they're with someone, be respectful, because really, it just makes you look bad.
Don't catch a beat down. That's all we say.
It shows your insecurity.
And
That's
I was
all
going
we
to say,
saying. That's all we
and that's
saying.
the other thing. Don't catch a beat down, per fox. So hopefully we were able to help the viewer that wrote into us. We had fun with this topic. We appreciate it. And we appreciate everyone that's tuning in right now. This is the Single Ladies Cafe, and this is how we do. We'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in.